So for today's disassembly, we will be dissecting Stouffer's frozen lasagna, pleasantly cooked by the children, coming in at a lukewarm 46.1 degrees Celsius, cooler than most 12 amp ESCs run under bullnose prop load. Straight from the freezer. Ah yes, the Racer 250. Might have been down this path once or twice. So, start off this quad like we start off every quad. We don't fly it, we take it apart. Let's get started. Make sure to always remove your VTX antenna. However, never power your VTX without the antenna attached. Very good way to burn up said quad. Now we're going to detach this vibration dampened camera mount up here. I lost my first one. It kind of sucked. Alright, that is done. Now, pretty easy. Remove the top plate, remove the face plate, remove the arms, desolder ESCs. We're pretty much done. Easy going there. These screws do go into metal bushings on the arms. However, they are assembled without Loctite. If you get your quad into a configuration you think you are going to fly for a while, I would highly recommend using some form of thread locker, Loctite, or other such. And top carbon fiber plate off as well. Now, in between the top carbon fiber plate and the arms are going to be these little carbon spacers. Do make sure that you keep those somewhere safe. They are important. If you lose one, you'll be having a bad time. I might have almost lost one. Alright, here's our Fpv Cam. Gigantic CMOS cam here. What's that brand on there? Full hand racing cam. From there, the next easiest thing to take off is this faceplate here. It's just held on by 2 screws at the bottom. Lights unplug from the PDB. Each light has its own plug. If you want to actually take the lights out, they're held in by 2 Allen screws here at the bottom. You will need a smaller diameter hex bit than what the other screws are. This is a 1.5. With those screws loose, those just slide right out like that. Apparently it looks like they are using a little adhesive on there as well. So I guess the screws are not enough. Here's our power cable for our VTX. Next, we'll do the flight controller. It's pretty easy. Comes off the same way as the VTX does. Now the flight controller, no matter what flight controller it is, they all have this 8-pin out going to the PDB, all with this 8-pin custom cable that is very short and tucks directly under the flight controller. So make sure that you're careful with that upon removing it. You can see this one likes to get stuck on that, I think they labeled that a J6 connector. No, OSD connector. Interesting how it's labeled an OSD connector with nothing plugged into it. Oh, I think that's where the VTX gets its power. Alright, and there we are on Maze 32 board. We'll be having some good times with that. So at this point, all that's left holding the arms in are the 2 bottom screws for each arm. And what I'm going to do first, I'm going to remove the zip ties for the ESCs. That way I can try not to put any more strain on the wires as I remove them than I have to. Alright, so that is it. The PDB, power distribution board, is free. This quad's already apart. Seems really fast compared to the Falcon. So the only real thing left to do is to go ahead and take apart one arm and one ESC. I would take them all apart, but I don't need it. The purpose of me taking these quads apart is to actually get nice up close macro shots of all the boards in their, present, unbroken, uncrashed, undirtied state, as well as the ESCs and everything else, just for reference in case something happens in the future. I need to go back and see how something was connected, or try to figure out how something's ran or plugged in or anything else. So. And there we go, that unfortunate Simone K 12 amp ESC that really just does not belong on this quad. I'm sorry. So that is it. Thank you guys for watching. Hopefully if there was something that you needed to see, you were able to find it in all this mess. Coming up, we're gonna put it back together. We're gonna have our first flight, and then I will do my semi-initial review because I've already been down this road. Thanks for watching.